Hey, lovely people, welcome back to my kitchen. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here is Quinty Cooks. So, today I will be showing you guys how to make pap. So, what is pap? Pap is actually a fermented corn meal. It is very delicious. And just to tell you more about fermentation, fermentation is actually a natural process through which microorganisms like yeast and bacteria actually convert carbohydrate such as starch and sugar into alcohol or acids. So basically the alcohol or the acids act as natural preservatives. So you don't have to be scared that, oh, I'm leaving my car for so long, isn't it going to get bad or so? No, it actually acts as a natural preservative and give fermented foods a distinct zest and tartness. And also, one thing is fermentation promotes the growth of bacteria. Of course, we are all scared, oh, bacteria is something bad, but in this case, the bacteria here are beneficial bacteria and they are known as probiotics. Probiotics actually improve your immune system, improve the immune function as well as the digestive and heart health. Therefore, adding fermented goods or fermented foods to your diet may benefit your overall well-being, and you can also give them to babies. I'm making this pap and the whole family is going to enjoy this. So guys, keep watching. Let's see how this is being done. I show you actually how I make this from scratch, how I got my corn, I got my maize, and I am showing you step by step process. You see, I'm actually getting the corn off the cob or the stick or whatever. I'm getting it out of that, and then from there we are going to see how this is being done step by step process on how to make your pap at home. So guys, if you've not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, click on the post notification bell so that each time I upload a video you will be the first to get notified. Let's get going. So guys, what I'm using is fresh corn. Normally to make pap, you have to use dry corn, but I am using fresh corn and you will see the result at the end. I'm going to show you two ways. First of all, you have to wash your corn, put it in water. Now this is where the fermentation process starts. Where I live, Germany, the temperature here is pretty low, so I kind of use a bit of warm water instead of using cold water, because you have to use cold water to put your corn in. I used a bit of warm water to fasten the fermentation process, so that's why I'm kind of filling the water. Yeah, I use warm water to fasten the fermentation process, because in cold, no, cold weather, the fermentation process is going to slow, it's going to be too slow, so it's going to take you longer time. So guys, I had to just use. So 2 days later, you see how the fermentation process starts. The first day, there was no fermentation. Yeah, then on the second day, I think the second day at night, not even in the morning, it now became like that. So it actually took time. Normally, the next day you start seeing the fermentation process if you are in a warmer region, tropical regions, like back home in Cameroon. So it took me like 2 days because I even used warm water. Don't forget, I use a little bit of warm water to put in my corn, because if not, the fermentation will even start after 4 days, which is not proper. Now on the second day, I changed the water. Now that's why you see the water is clear. On the third day, it was time for me to take my corn off the water and go ahead with the blending. So on the second day, you can change the water. That's when the fermentation starts. You change the water, and then the next day you blend. So guys, now is the blending process. Okay, you just go ahead and blend your corn, your fresh corn or your dried corn, guys. Normally, I've never seen anybody using fresh corn for. I think I saw a friend using fresh corn, but normally pap is being done using dried corn, like the real dried corn that is just like popcorn. I even saw some people using popcorn for pap. You can also use popcorn, but I'm using fresh corn, which is not common. Let's see how it looks like at the end. So guys, you actually see that the chaff is even so much. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this. Add more water, continue blending, and then sieve again to get maximum amount of my pap. I don't want to get any waste. So I'm going to go ahead, blend this chaff, sieve again, and get more pap, and then throw the rest. On the second time, after blending, I'm going to squeeze out the water, the pap, with my hands, my fingers. Squeeze them very well. Squeeze it out very well. Guys, please keep watching and see how this is being done. So guys, instead of getting new water from the tap, why don't I just use the already settled water from the already sieved pap? So that's exactly what I'm doing. I use that and then I continue my grinding and then sieve again and then squeezed out everything using my hands this time around. The second time, the first time you can just sieve, then you blend again, and then the second time use your hands to extract everything. Like this is the last process. Then so guys, I have succeeded sieving everything and squeezing out, and then I have to do a last sieving. So I just have to sieve to make sure that there is no extra, you know how corn is. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. Just go ahead again. Sieve again the last time. Now this is the chaff of the last time. Just get water again and then make sure that you sieve again, and then that's it. You are done. You are done. So that's it. You are done. Pap entails a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time, patience, and care. Because you have to sieve and squeeze to make sure that you get a very smooth pap. You don't want your pap to be, I know, no kind of lumpy or whatever. You want a very smooth pap. So guys, you need patience. You just need patience and love for doing this. So you let your pap settle for 3 hours, and then you now extract the water that has settled at the top, and then the bottom part is your pap. How easy is that? Like, how amazing is that? How interesting is that? Look at your pap. Look how clear the water is. After 3 hours, I tell you, the water is clear and has settled up at the top of your container, and then see what's at the bottom. Oh my goodness, our smooth pap is ready. See how thick it is. So guys, this is just the first step, and from this I'm going to tell you now 2 ways to make pap. Normally this is the general stage. Like after this, you can now separate it into a container. At this point I was actually using a plastic container, but I'm going to transfer it. Then you now need a bag. This, we sometimes back home we have big bags, we put our pap inside. And then this is cheese. This is also use a cheese. This is I think this is chiffon bag or something. And now chiffon bag, I'm going to drop the link in the description below where I got this. I got this from Amazon, but I'm still going to drop the link in the description section, so check it out if you actually want to buy this bag. Get something heavy and then just suppress it so that the water gets out of the pap. The second stage, I'm going to transfer this into a glass container, because it is better to preserve something in a glass container rather than a plastic. So I have to transfer my pap into this glass container. So basically these are the 2 steps, 2 methods of making pap. One pap you transfer into this chiffon bag, and the other one you put in a container or a big pot, or a big container like how we used to do back home. Then you allow the water to settle. The next day, this is what happens. You see the water has settled up. So you see, you can leave your pap here for as long as possible. And as I told you guys at the beginning of the video, I gave you guys a brief summary of fermentation and what it does and how important it is, and how important fermented goods are to our body. You don't need to bother about your stuff getting bad. You can leave your pap there for as long as possible. The fermentation process even continues, and the preservation process also continues, and your pap is in good hands. You can let it stay there for as long as possible. But I just got mine, and then you can put in the freezer. It's up to you. The one in the glass container stayed there till it was finished. There's also a video coming up on how to make pap. So every day I make pap from this container. I fed my baby, and I also ate some, all from this glass container till it got finished. So there was no storing in the fridge or whatever. So be rest assured that you can let your pap stay in a well safe area, and it's in good condition. It doesn't get bad. I already told you guys, fermented products are actually preserved products. They are actually natural preservatives. They get preserved on their own without you being bothered. So there is how the pap looks like the next day after the water has been extracted from the pap. You know, this pap actually preserves the pap and then lets the water flow out, so the pap is kind of semi permeable. So this is the pap in the container. I threw out the water at the top and then left this one. Then when you want to keep, please pour again water inside. Then the next morning you see that the water has settled up. After 2 days, you throw the water again. You put new water till your pap finishes. That's how the second method is. The first method, it stays in the bag without any problem, and you can save it like that, or you can put it in the freezer. It's up to you, my darling. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. I totally appreciate you. If you've watched to the end of this video, massive love and hugs. Stay tuned for the video on how to make pap. I show you how I use this pap which I have made to cook. So I show you how I cook this pap I made, and to see how soft and smooth. What am I saying? If you cook pap, it's definitely going to be soft, but it doesn't guarantee that it's going to be smooth. But yeah, it was smooth. So I show you guys how I made this pap, and it was smooth and so yummy. So guys, please stay tuned for the video coming up next week on how to cook pap. It was so smooth and it was so yummy. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and click on the post notification bell so that each time Quinty Cooks uploads a new video, you will be the first to get notified. Love you all. Bye, and see you in my next video.